Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel King Coder. As you know, I have made this playlist in array to solve basic to advanced level questions from LeetCode and other platforms. So make sure to save this playlist and also subscribe our channel. So let's start our today's video. So you can see the question is given an array of positive integers num and a positive integer target. Return the minimal length of a subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target. If there is no such subarray, return 0 instead. So what is subarray? Subarray is a contiguous elements of an array. We can say 2, 3, 1 is a subarray, 2, 3 is a subarray, 2, 4 is a subarray, this 2 and this 4, 2, 4 is a subarray. It means the contiguous elements. 1 and 3 cannot be a subarray. 1 and 3, this is not a subarray. So in the question we can see that we need to add all these numbers and we need to find the subarray that the sum is greater than or equal to this target value. It means as we can see 2, 3, 1, 2, this is subarray, the target is greater than or equal to 7. Again we can see that 3, 1, 2 is greater than or equal to 7. 4, 3 greater than or equal to 7. 1, 2, 4 is greater than or equal to 7. So all these are subarray, but the minimum size is this one 2. So we will return 2. So let's see how we can solve this problem. So let's see the optimal approach here. In the optimal approach, we can use the prefix sum method to solve this problem. Normally, subarray problems can solve with prefix sum also. So in the prefix sum, what we can do, what we do usually we add this element, then this, then this, then this, like this way. So let's see. I is initially at 0 and start is initially at 0. We will add this element with this element to find that if the subarray is sum is greater than or equal to target. The main goal is that we check sum is greater than or equal to target. So sum plus equals to nums of I, that is 2. So sum is initially at 0, so sum will be 2. Okay, sum will be 2. We will check if 2 is greater than or equal to target. 2 is greater than or equal to target. We will say no, 2 is not greater than or equal to target. So we will again add this 3 like the prefix sum way. So now sum is 5. Now sum is 5. 5 is not greater than or equal to 7. So we will again add 1. So now sum is 6. 6 is not greater than or equal to target. We will again add 2. So sum is now 8. 8 is greater than or equal to target. So it means I got this greater than or equal to target subarray. The subarray is 2, 3, 1 and 2. But the length we can see that is the 4. This may not be the minimum length, so we can check for the minimum length. So minimum length for checking, we know that for length we can say end minus start plus 1. This is the length of any subarray or any array. Ending index minus starting index plus 1. This will be the length. So here we are checking basically this is the ending index, this is the starting index plus 1. End minus start plus 1. This is the length. So we will check the minimum length. So we will compare between plus infinite to I plus 1 minus start, and we will store the value in the minimum. So this is the minimum way. Okay, so we got the sum is 8. Now we will remove this element, first element, to check if this is the minimum or not. So if we remove 2 from 8, we can see that this has become 6, and this is not greater than or equal to target, so this is not the point. What we can do, we can again add this 4. So we will add this 4 here. Now it becomes 6 plus 4. This is 10. Now we will check this 10 is greater than or equal to target. It means we got the Subarray. Now let's check the length is minimum or not. So same formula, minimum equals to math.mean. Now mean is 4. This is the 4, 2, 3, 1, 2. For this minimum is 4. 4 and 4, it will check again 4, 3, 1, 2, 4. This is again 4. 3, 3, 1, 2 and 4. And for this 8, we got 2, 3, 1 and 2. So they both are 4 length. So minimum is 4. Now what we can do, we will remove the first element. Now start plus plus, of course. We remove first these two and then we will remove this one. So if I remove 3 from 10, we can see that this is the greater than or equal to target. Of course, the sum is greater than or equal to target in this prefix sum. So we remove this part. Now we got this. We will again find the length. Yeah, length is minimum. Minimum is 3 now. We will again remove first element to check if it is more smaller or not. So if we remove 1, it will be 6. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 is not greater than or equal to target. It means I need to add again. So I will add again. Now this is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 is greater than or equal to target. We will check if it is minimum length or not. This is not a minimum length because this is the length of 3, and this is also the length of 3. The length was now 3. So what I can do, we can again remove the first element. So first element is now 2. We will remove 2 from here. 9 minus 2, this is 7. So this is the last Subarray that we got, 7. So we got the 7 and length is now 2. This is the minimum length. We will again remove the first element. So we will again remove this 4. So 7 minus 4, this becomes 3. 3 is not greater than or equal to target. The for loop ends here. So we will return the minimum length is 2. This is the way you can solve this using a prefix sum approach. So let's see how the problem is working here. So first we will add 2, then we will add 2, 3. Still it is not meet the minimum requirement, that is sum greater than or equal to target. So we will again add 1. 1 is still not the greater than or equal to target. So we will add 2. So for this position, at this point, this is the sum is 8 and this is greater than or equal to target. So we will find a minimum. So minimum is now 4, and we will remove the first element to find the minimum length, that is the sum is greater than or equal to target. So we assume that 3, 1, 2 will make the sum that is greater than or equal to target. If it is not, then we will again add other elements. So 3, 1, 2, now the sum is become what? Now the sum is 8 minus 2, that is 6. 6, it will run again for loop. It will add this 4. So 3, 1, 2 and then 4, because 2 is removed now, so the array will be starting from 3, 1, 2, 4. 3, 1, 2, 4, it is of course greater than or equal to target. The sum is greater than, of course, equal to target. So we will check the minimum. The minimum length is still 4, and we will remove the first element to find the smaller sum that is greater than or equal to target that is not. So we will remove this. So the sum was 10, and we will remove this 3 from 10, that is become 7. We will check 7 is greater than or equal to target. Yes, 7 is greater than or equal to target. So now my minimum is become 3. We will again remove this 1. So the array will be 2 4, because this is a for loop, this is a while loop. It will run again and again and again until the sum is greater than or equal to target. So now we can see the sum is 6, so this will not satisfy. Again it will take 3. So 2 4 3, the sum is 6 9. So 9 is greater than or equal to target. So we can check the minimum is still 3. So we will remove the element 2. So 9 minus 2, that is 7. 7 is greater than or equal to target. In the while loop we will again check. The minimum is not. Minimum it will find, that is 2, 4 and 3 only. So this is the 2. This is the minimum element. So it will again remove the first element. So it will again remove 4. Now it is 7 minus 4, that is 3. 3 is remaining only. So it will not check here, and the for loop is finished. So it will return 2. Now if there is no such subarray, return 0 instead. So let's say we have a array 1 1 1 1 1. So this is the array. In this array the target is, let's say, 20. So we cannot find a subarray that is the target is 20. So we will return 0. So how we can do that? So we will find the length of the array. If the length is greater than the length of the array, then it means it is not possible. So we will return 0. So just simply we will check if my minimum, that is the length, if greater than n, then return 0. So this is the approach. Let's talk about the time complexity of this program. So time complexity will be big of n, as we have run a for loop, and in the while loop we are checking. Basically in the for loop we are removing these elements, first 2, then 3, then 1. We are removing this and finding the minimum possible length. So the time complexity will be big of n, and the space complexity will be big of 1, as we haven't used any kind of array. So the space is big of 1. So now let's code it in the LeetCode. In the LeetCode you can see that the start is starting with 0, and n is the length, nums dot length. Minimum is the uh, positive infinite value, integer dot max value, and sum is initially 0. We have run a for loop when we are adding every element to the sum, and we are checking if the sum is greater than target, then it means we can find out a length that is greater than or equal to, we can find a length that is the subarray, and we can minimize this length by removing the first element. So we have removed the first element every time, and this is the condition to check if the array does not exist. Thus if any such subarray does not exist, that the sum is greater than or equal to target, then we will return 0. It means the length will be greater than n, so it will return 0. So let's run this code. It is accepted perfectly for every test case. In this test case you can see that the output is 0. It means this is not a valid subarray that can form a sum greater than or equal to target. So we will submit this code. Okay, it is submitted now. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe our channel. Also comment out if you have any doubts for this problem.